welcome to Cityline. It is great to be with you. I am zooming from my kitchen into your home, and we have a wonderful hour ahead of us. Later on, we'll be talking with the Kareem Candy World Orchestra. He has traveled to Paris and back since we had him on the show, so we get to hear about some of his adventures and what's coming up for him and his band. Noel Corrin will be here from Tacoma Opera talking about their upcoming production of Don Pasquale at Urban Grace Church. It is a operatic kind of Three Stooges. So if you need a good laugh with some wonderful voices, you definitely want to hang around for that segment. Tacoma Musical Playhouse will be here to talk about their main stage production. And Jeff and John have a brand new addition to the TMP family, which we will get to see during that event. Also, the Humane Society, Whitney will be here with our Pet of the Week. And with me right now is got to be one of the most busiest people in Tacoma Pierce County that we all know and love. I'm talking about Tawana Nobles. She is the president and CEO of the Tacoma Urban League. That is one of many roles that she plays here in Tacoma. Tawana, welcome back to Cityline.
Good morning, Amanda. Thanks for having me back again.
Oh, it is good to see you. I see you everywhere, but I don't get to see you like this. So it is always just such a privilege. In all the hats that you wear of president and CEO of the Tacoma Urban League, the last time we left that container of conversation, you were leaving the Tacoma Urban League amidst all of the things that you had accomplished. And of course, you were also known as Senator Nobles, so we'll put that out there. But you were leaving Tacoma Urban League. How is the CEO search going, and what news do you have when it comes to that?
Yeah, thank you. Our board has retained a search firm to help to hire a new CEO for the Urban League. And so the search is going. We have a small committee of board members who are kind of leading on behalf of the organization. And so at our next board meeting, we'll get an update. But from what I hear, the job description is circulating. It was updated. And so as soon as we get an update at our local Tacoma Urban League affiliate, we will spread it also here locally. But they're conducting a national search and trying to find really good candidates and talking to community members. And I'm really excited for whoever the board decides to bring on, but there haven't been any interviews or stuff like that yet. So still just kind of searching for whoever those top folks will be to, be a great fit for the league.
Oh, I love that. And of course, you have incredible shoes. And for someone to fill those shoes, it's going to take someone very special, but we will cross our fingers and know that this search is in great hands. Tawana, if I'm remembering correctly, the Urban League focuses on 4 different pillars: education, healthcare, housing, and employment. What can our viewers expect in terms of education programs that you all provide?
Yeah, well, that gets right to the heart of the work that we do at all of the Urban League affiliates across the country. But we have our youth programs. We have Sisterhood in the City, which is a program that I lead, actually. So in addition to being CEO, I like to still be on the ground and provide a direct service to community. And I just love hanging out with our girls. They're 11 to 17. We have our male involvement program. We also have our first-time homebuyers program for folks who are interested in either learning on what steps they need to take to purchase a home, or they're ready to purchase a home. We'd love to connect them with Corey, who leads that program. And then I don't know if we spent much time talking about this, but over the last 2 years, we officially brought on a program called Leaders in Women's Health. The program is not new to the community, but it is officially a program under the Urban League now. And so all of these incredible women leaders, and men are members as well, focus on healthcare issues. So they're the ones who led our COVID clinics, our COVID testing clinics, vaccine clinics. They do our blood drives and all of these different things related to healthcare. They focus on breast health as well. We have incredible health navigators who work in the community. So love that work. And then also as it relates to employment, our focus during the pandemic has been around supporting small business owners. And so we brought on a small business support navigator. But of course, anyone who's looking to just find a job, whether they're looking for an executive position or entry-level position, they can always contact us because employers send us great positions all the time. So yeah, whether housing, healthcare, education, employment, we want folks to come to the Urban League and trust us to support them in the community.
Oh, so well said. And I think about housing because housing is on many of our minds 24/7. And it's so clear on social media that Tacoma Urban League is doing great work. Right now, with the snapshot of housing the way it is, how is Tacoma Urban League involved in helping find housing, but also helping those who are unhoused?
Yeah, a variety of ways. Folks will email our office, and if they email us through our website, the first person they'll be in contact is with me because I like to receive those emails and then introduce myself and do a nice warm handoff to the appropriate staff member. But we get messages from folks who say, I'm living in my car right now, and I need help. I need resources. And thankfully, this week, actually, we started our partnership with Urban League of Metropolitan Seattle. And so they have a staff member who's in our office at Tacoma Urban League, and anyone who is defined as homeless or, unhoused, even if they're doubled up, they don't have to be living on the street. If they're living with someone, if they're doubled up, if their name is not the one that's on the lease or the mortgage, and they're temporarily residing somewhere, we have an employment navigator who's at Tacoma Urban League who can help them to find a job and then also to find housing. But we also have folks who contact us, like I said, because they're interested in buying a home, or we have folks reach out to us to say, I'm just trying to find an affordable rental. And so we try to stay connected to partners who can tell us where folks may be able to rent or find homes. And then also we sit at the table to help to create policy. Like we meet with a lot of other folks who are focused on Black home ownership or just housing opportunities in our community and try to figure out how we can create local or state policy or influence policy so that we can ensure that our community members are housed and we are creating more units for our community, and even things like helping to retain the Asbury home so that the Black community has property, right? So that we are owners of land, of homes and property. So we're trying to find ways across this very wide spectrum that we can be advocates for housing and ownership in the Black community.
Yeah, I have a dear friend who but will remain nameless for this broadcast. And they are in their early 40s trying to buy their first home, and they are struggling. The institutional racism and the redlining that still exists to this day may not be as obvious, but it's there. They are struggling with trying to buy a home. How can the Tacoma Urban League help them?
I definitely advise folks in that situation to reach out to us, and I would connect them with Corey, because Corey is just so experienced and well-versed in just fair housing. But also Tacoma Urban League, where our building is up top, is the Tacoma Pierce County Association of Realtors. So we have all types of realtor friends. And we have friends and allies who are really strong advocates who tell us things like, realtors sometimes include these love letters that kind of say like, this is our preferred buyer, or this is, this is who lived here before and the type of life they lived. But it's a way, it sounds great, but it's a way to actually discriminate against who lives there. So if I'm a Black buyer and there's this note of like, look at this family and what they look like, and it's in like, the stereotypical like white American family, and this is the neighborhood and what they did. And it's kind of staging, without saying like, and this is how we'd like to keep it, kind of. And that's what I've heard from realtors who have tried to pass legislation to not include love letters in these transactions. So we have friends, Corey, who runs our home buyers class, but we also have allies who are realtors or folks who can give really good advice and help to navigate some of the, to be honest, some, discriminatory practices that do exist, but also just to help folks to tap into the reality of building their wealth and becoming homeowners. So they can reach out to us, and whether it's us and Corey or any number of our friends and allies who are trying to break down those barriers to home ownership, we'd love to get them connected to someone.
Oh boy, that is the best, because knowing that you're not alone and that other people in the community are facing these love letters and that you're aware of it and you found a way to stop it is just, it makes me just want to jump up and down, because that is what we need. Tawana, this time of year, it's springtime, although it's kind of cold right now. We know Tacoma Urban League has their State of Black Tacoma, which I have always loved this. And by your clapping, I can tell that it is slated for this year. Please tell us about it.
Oh my goodness. So I just love the State of Black Tacoma. And for folks who are like, what is it? It is just that. It's a conversation. It's a report out of what the State of Black Tacomans is in this year, or has been since the last time we had a State of Black Tacoma. We try to have it in the spring each year. We're having the State of Black Tacoma this year. I want to look at my flyer so I do not misstate the date, but our report will be released May 12th at 6 p.m. And we go through those pillars that we talked about in housing, healthcare, education, employment. We also do civic engagement, community safety. How are Black folks faring in our community? And it's not just a report out. We also say, tell us the gains that we've made. How have Black folks also made significant gains in these different areas? What are the gaps that still exist? And then what's the call to action? How can we grow from here? Right? So I always love the State of Black Tacoma, and we're doing it different this year. We're going to, usually it's like a virtual town hall, but it will stay virtual. But this year we are going to pre-record those reports and make them available on our website, so that it's, we're going to model it after National Urban League, because they do the national State of Black America, but we're going to also make those video reports available so folks in housing can watch that video anytime without having to watch the full event. But we're going to do a live release with community, and we'll be live in the chat on May 12th at 6 p.m. And then I'm saying it here, although I wish I could invite everyone, I won't be, but I'm going to host, as the president and CEO, a private in-person pre-screening, and we'll invite some community stakeholders like Amanda Westbrook and Fred Jones. But we'll do a pre-screening the day before and have a small in-person community gathering, because we miss hosting people. I miss seeing people in person, but it won't be our large spring gathering. We'll keep the actual event and report release virtual. But I'm excited to start announcing the speakers and start, putting out the save the date. But May 12th, 6 p.m. virtually, folks get ready to hear this report and take action.
Wonderful. Before I have to say goodbye to you, help our people understand how they can help with Tacoma Urban League and their 4 pillars and their mission, and how they can also get involved.
Yeah. Well, first thing is we're reopening our office doors in April. So how you can help is come see us, come say hello, come be our friends. We're still deciding if we're going to be a masked or a maskless organization. So we have a couple of weeks to make those decisions, but come through our doors and say hello. And we have updated the inside. We made some upgrades to the inside of the Urban League, and we did that right as everything was shutting down 2 years ago. So come see new paint, come see new floors, come and, get books from our organization. We have swag, things we've accumulated over the last couple of years, but haven't seen anyone to give it away. So come through our doors in April, and we'll get you connected to programs or ways to volunteer. But it's time to open up, and we're excited to see community.
It absolutely is. Tawana, thank you so much for it's 13 minutes of just fabulousness. That's a lot for you to give, because you have a ton of people waiting for your time. And we always feel so special when you say yes to come on to our show. So thank you so much, my dear. And I'm going to see you sooner than later, but please take care of you and yours.